Hey, Cassie, I need your help. I need you to come get me.
Mark, is everything okay? I can't really come pick you up right now. I'm at work.
They won't let me go without a family member. Look, I don't really want to get into a long discussion. Just get over here and sign the papers for me so that I can go home.
Where are you? What happened? Are you at the hospital? Were you in an accident? I'll take time off if I need to, but I can't just leave in the middle of the day without even giving a reason.
I'm at the police station, okay? The one across the street from the supermarket we always go to.
Huh? The police station? Could you please tell me why you're there? Just stop beating around the bush. If you need me to come get you, I'm gonna find out anyway.
I got caught shoplifting. It was just a stupid charger for my phone. $29.99, so not a big deal. I don't know why they had to drag me down here. I offered to pay for the damn thing.
So, you stole a charger. Why? I mean, why didn't you just buy it? Why would you even...
I don't know, okay? I don't like this any more than you do, so just come and pick me up. It was just a lapse in judgment. I screwed up. Let's just go home and never talk about it again.
Mark, you really think that's gonna work? You stole something, got caught, and are asking me to pick you up, right? Not talking about it isn't really one of the options.
Just come and pick me up. This is humiliating. This place is disgusting. There are criminals everywhere. It smells. There's a woman screaming about her kids, and I'm pretty sure that she doesn't have any. Just get me out of here, please.
Fine, I'll go ask my boss for a half day off. But don't get me wrong, I'm not happy about this, and we are going to discuss it when we get home.
Fine, whatever. Just come and pick me up. Hey, babe, a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do, and I'm a man. And I just wanted you to know that. I'm a man and no one is gonna keep me down anymore. Like pirates at sea, yo ho ho.
Mark, you sound super drunk. Are you alright? I thought you had a big meeting at work today.
I did. It was a load of crap. My boss was crap, the clients were idiots, and I quit. 'Cause I'm my own man. They can't tell me what to do, stupid jerks.
Wait, what? You quit? For real? Like you gave in your notice already? If you want to quit your job, at least look for a different one first. You can't just up and quit.
Well, I did. It was epic. I threw the papers everywhere, got on the conference table, and told everyone off. Then I farted the longest fart ever and gave them all the middle finger and left.
Oh God, you can't be serious.
So serious, babe. You should have been there.
I'm not sure I would enjoy seeing you like this. I don't know what's happening to you lately. You seem really off.
I'm great, king of the world. Cassie, you're so lucky you're with a man like me. When the zombies come, I'm the only one that can save you. You don't even get it. I'd save you, so all I need for you is to be my wife.
Oh, Mark, why don't you come home and rest? Where are you right now?
I'm in your heart and on your mind. You can always find me if you look within yourself. Man, that is so true.
Just tell me the address. I'm coming to get you.
I don't know the address. The bartender's hot, though.
Can you pass your phone to the bartender then?
What? Is it finally happening? Do you want a threesome? Her name's Lena. Here.
No, I need the address, you idiot. Hello? Hi, sorry about that. Lena? Is everything okay? I'm Mark's wife. I think he's had a few too many. I want to go pick him up. Could you give me your address? Thanks. Oh, sure. It's 1012 Saunders Avenue. We have a neon sign flashing, so it's hard to miss. The place is called the Hail Mary. Okay, thanks. I didn't know he goes to that part of town. I mean, sorry, but it's not really the nicest neighborhood. Does he go there a lot? No, I've never seen him before. He was pretty wasted when he got here. He must have been drinking somewhere else and met Jim. They came in together. Jim's a regular. I don't want to overstep, but you should come pick up your husband as soon as possible. Jim's bad news. He's a great guy, but he's super impulsive and aggressive sometimes. It seems every week or so, someone ends up beaten bloody. Oh God, is Mark okay? Oh yeah, he's having a great time. I didn't mean to scare you, sorry. I've just watched these guys come in here long enough. I feel like a preschool teacher, you know? No, not really. Maybe it doesn't make sense. I basically spend my time analyzing customers. It's kind of my hobby. They do say a bartender is like a therapist. Actually, I'm getting my MA in psychology this year. I'm doing my thesis on alcohol and its effect on genetic predispositions. Oh wow, good for you. Any words of wisdom for my drunk husband? This is so weird. I don't even know you. It's just that Mark's been acting weird lately and I don't know what to make of it. I can't say anything categoric. I mean, I've only seen him once, drunk. Plus, I don't have my degree yet. That's okay. I'm just curious what your take on this is. He was perfectly normal when I married him. He had his quirks, but nothing that bad, you know? Quirks like what? Like he'd get mad about something small and cancel all our plans. Once in a while, he'd stay in his office for days after a fight, like on a hunger strike. He wouldn't answer me or anything. Does he get depressed? Not really. He doesn't seem sad or sullen, more like angry. He's never been violent though, so I've just thought of him as kind of passionate. Right. Do you know if anyone in his family had bipolar disorder? Huh? Bipolar. Oh, actually I think his dad got diagnosed with it. He passed away, so I don't remember. It was suicide. Actually, I just remembered his dad got caught shoplifting a few times too. This was all before I married him, so I've only heard bits of information from his family. Crap, the boss just came back. Look, it's totally not my place to say, but if you want my 2 cents, you should really try to get him to a doctor. Okay, I'm just kind of waiting to see if... I don't know, he's just going through a tough time. Thanks for the talk, I'll come pick Mark up now. Okay, drive safe. What's up, sis? Well, not that I don't already know. Mom told me all about it. I was surprised to hear that you were moving. Is that really what you want? Yeah, that's the plan at least. I'm hoping that we'll be able to move out by the end of the month. Wow, that must be nice. I'm almost jealous. Where did you decide to move to again? Wasn't it a pretty busy part of New York? You heard right. We thought it'd be exciting to be able to see all the new sights it had to offer. That, and it's pretty close to where my husband works. It's a pretty good deal. That sounds like you found a nice place to hunker down. I've heard all about the work opportunities there, as long as you look in the right places. But isn't the rent there pretty high? I've heard it's hard finding affordable housing. I'd never be able to live there with the job I'm working. Well, it's not like I'm doing any serious work, but still. It'd be nice if I found a man who made that much. I'd be on Easy Street if that were to happen. Why don't you find somewhere you can work yourself? I heard you still haven't got a full-time job ever since you quit your last one. Are you sure you don't need the money? I quit for a reason, Cassie. I was sick of that kind of life. Going to work and doing the same old crap just to go home and do it all over again? I've had my fill of that. I'd rather get by doing other things than start a full-time job again. But do you really think that's a good idea with how old you are? It'd be better if you had a plan. You never know when you could need extra money. Just how old do you think I am, Cassie? You're telling me to think about it, but I'm still only 31. There's still a long way to go. Well, even if you're working part-time, it becomes harder and harder to find a new job. You should seriously think about getting a better job. If you don't get any meaningful experience now, you won't be able to get a better job later. I knew you'd bring that up if I started talking about this with you. You were always the type to nag me about this. Don't you think you've told me this enough times? You don't have to tell me a million times. I already have a mom. You don't need to tell me what to do. I know you think things are fine now, but you have to think about the future as well. Aren't you worried about where you'll be in the next 10 years? Thanks for your lovely speech. I've been so very touched by it. I'm not like you, Cassie. I'm not gonna find a new job. I've already thought about it plenty. This is the way I want to live. I don't really care what you think I should do and shouldn't do. It's my decision either way. Why are you so interested about this in the first place? I'm just worried about what will happen to you if you don't stop acting so rashly. I'm not particularly picky when it comes to finding a partner. If I happen to come across someone who's well off, I wouldn't mind tying the knot with them. For me, financial security holds more significance than love or emotional connection in a relationship. Is that really how you feel, though? I'm not sure I believe you. Don't you care at all about finding someone you can have a connection with? But now it's about time I face reality, considering my age. Isn't that what you said? I'd want someone like your husband. He's got all the things I'd ever need. I wouldn't mind being a full-time homemaker, enjoying the luxury of pampering myself with regular spa visits and having time to myself. I'd love to live that dreamy, extravagant lifestyle like all the wives of famous people. Who wouldn't want something like that? Hey, if that's what you really want, you can try and do that. You're right. In the end, it's your decision on what you do. What's up with your response? It's like you don't think I'll be able to pull it off. Are you saying that it's impossible for someone like me to do that? Is this because you think you're better than me? Do you think I could never be as good as you? That's not what I was saying. I'm just saying to be careful. You can talk big, but it doesn't mean that your plans are gonna go your way. Just don't cause any trouble for our parents, okay? You know, you're such a nag. How about putting a little bit of faith in me for once? Anyway, never mind. How about you invite me over to your new place next time? I'd like to get a look around. You are going to be living in New York of all places. I'd be okay with that. It'd be fun to show you around if you had the chance to come. And I was going to have Mom and Dad over as well too eventually. Nice. I was hoping you'd say that. I've always wanted to imagine what it'd be like if I had a home in New York. This is gonna be so much fun. I can hardly wait. So when can you have me? I'm dying to come over. I'll figure out something. You'll have to give me some time. I'm glad you're looking forward to this, but I can't give you a time right now. It'd be good if you and Mom and Dad could all come at the same time. So I'll talk with them and get back to you on when you could join us. Got it. I'll keep an eye out for that then. Just make sure you're as excited to have me over as I am to come over. Well, that was a blast. Thanks again for having me over, Cassie. Although when I heard that you were gonna live in New York, I didn't think you'd actually live in a high-rise. I know you like it, but isn't it a bit much for you? And why didn't you tell me? I was sure that I told you about it before. It must have slipped my mind. I always thought you knew about it. I wasn't trying to hide the fact. Are you sure? You'd think you'd tell me first thing that it was a high-rise you were living in. I thought you'd be living in something a little more restrained. It must cost a lot with how good the location is. Are you really that rich? Well, you know, it was actually a second-hand property that happened to come up when I was looking around. But surprisingly, it turned out to be the exact location I'd been hoping for. I had to think about it and weigh the options. I didn't just buy it because I wanted to. But it didn't seem like it was a second-hand property. It was way too nice looking. You two may be both working, but this place must cost a fortune. I mean, it's not the kind of house that you can just easily buy, right? It's not like a simple and affordable purchase, is it? You're right. It's not the kind of house you can easily buy. When I think about living there for the rest of my life, it seems alright. I believe it was a good choice, you know? I think it was a decision worth making. You really must have it nice. Do you realize how good you have it? I've never seen someone who is as well off as you are. Well, I don't really think it's like that though. Everyone has their own path and definition of success, right? But you know, you're married, working, and on top of that, you even bought a luxury condo. Mark even is working for one of those big name companies. Seriously, what you have is an absolutely perfect life without a single worry. I mean, I do feel like things went pretty well for me, but that doesn't mean everything has been easy either, you know? It sure doesn't seem like that. Your reaction sure supports that theory. Is there something you have to prove otherwise? Look, I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm just trying to live my life. Let's not compare apples and oranges. On top of that, your husband is even the perfect guy. Not only does he have a great job, he made us that delicious lunch today. It was so good. He truly lives up to his high-class status. It must be nice having a husband like him. Cooking has always been Mark's hobby, and lately since I've been coming home later than before, he's been cooking more. It's nice that he does that for me. I owe him one. Wow, Mark really is the perfect man, all in one package. I've got to find someone like him. Just hearing about Mark is making me jealous. I feel lucky to have someone like him around. Having Mark in my life makes me truly grateful. You'd better be. Any girl would die to be with a man like him. Oh, that reminds me, there's been something I wanted to ask you. There's a little favor you could do for me. It'd help me a lot if you could lend me a hand with this. A favor? What do you have in mind? Can you introduce me to a friend or relative of Mark? It'd solve all my problems. His friends must be working at the same kind of company he's working at. They'd probably even look as good as Mark does. It'd mean I'd be able to marry a wealthy and good-looking man. Not only that, I'd be able to relax at home and live the kind of life I've always wanted. So, can you give me a few names? Well, I think that might be difficult. People around our age are mostly already married. That goes for Mark's friends too. Most of them are already happily married. But there must be some single people, right? If they have money, it's even fine if they're already married. I'm not picky. I'm just looking out for someone that'd want to be with me. Whoa, what are you saying, Erica? Aren't you getting carried away thinking about money? You can't just cheat with someone so you can get the things you want. You don't want to go down that kind of path. It wouldn't end well. But think of the fun. Just imagine what I could do if it worked. All I would need is for one guy to fall head over heels for me. After that, all I need them to do is get rid of their other partner and remarry with me. There has to be some guys that aren't happy with the person they married, right? That makes it a win-win for everyone. Listen, you know there's no way I can introduce a married person to you, Erica. What are you even thinking? No matter how you try to justify it, it wouldn't be right. I'm not doing this. Stick with looking for unmarried guys, okay? But that's gonna make things so hard. I can't be as lucky as you are. Wait, hear me out on this idea. What if you were to divorce Mark? Then I could marry him. Wait, are you joking about this, or are you seriously asking me this? I'm worried that I even have to ask you about this. It'd be the fastest way to solve my problem. He has all the things I want. He's got a great house, a great job, and even the looks to back it. I know you might think this is funny, but I don't really like this kind of joke. Oh, I'm not joking. This could really work if we tried. You can't be serious right now, Erica. But it'd be a great idea. I've always thought that you hooked up with quite the guy. So what's wrong with wanting him for myself? What's wrong is that he's already sworn himself to me. You were even there for the wedding. It's my husband we're discussing, not just some random guy. What are you thinking? I'm just thinking out loud. But you can't lie, it's not a bad idea. He's always been out of your league, Cassie. Don't you think he'd be better with someone else? Someone like me? And you've been married for 6 years, you know? You don't even have children. If you think about it, it's better to be a wife who can't have children than a wife who can't make them. I think it's better to be with someone young and full of possibilities like me. Stop messing around. I wouldn't let this happen. I don't want you trying this, Erica. I'd never forgive you if you tried this, even if it didn't work. Whoa, don't you think that's a bit dramatic? It'd be Mark's choice in the end. It's not your choice to make. Even if you didn't want it, you can't stop how a man feels. So if he starts falling for me and decides to break up with you, don't get upset at me, okay? That's not gonna happen, Erica. You don't even love Mark like I do. All you want is to take advantage of him. What makes you the expert on what love is and what love isn't? Just because he has many good qualities doesn't mean I wouldn't love him. I'd be the perfect wife for him if he gave me the chance to be. Maybe I'll even start messaging him now. It'd be a waste to not at least try. I'm gonna start talking with him now, Cassie, so I gotta go. I'll see you later, Cassie. Don't do something you'll regret, Erica. This isn't gonna go the way you think it will. And don't just ignore me like this. Listen to what I'm telling you. I've been standing here for ages trying to get your attention. Hey, what brings you here? This place is already my home, and it seems like you're trying to trespass. Don't you know it's rude to be peeking in someone else's house? Where did you get that idea? Look, can you just let me in? I'm not in the mood for this. I'm telling you to let me in. I'm saying I don't want to, and if I don't want to, then I'm not gonna. I'll be living here with Mark, so an ugly parasite like you can live on the streets for all I care. What the heck do you think you're doing? Didn't I tell you what I was planning? That I was looking for a man? Well, it looks like I found someone I'm interested in. But what does that have to do with not letting me into my own house? Weren't you paying attention to what was going on in the last 2 months? I guess you haven't with how you're reacting right now. You should have been more careful if you didn't want something like this to happen, Cassie. It's like I said before, you can't get mad at me over this. You can't be serious. Do you even know what you're doing? I thought I talked to you about this. Oh, I know exactly what I'm doing. All I did was take Mark away from the plain and unattractive older sister of mine. I wasn't gonna let a man like him be tied down with a woman like you. Don't think you can justify what you're doing. You know what you're doing is nothing but an affair. Do you really think I'll stay silent and step back? I'd rather die than let you get away with this. Do you think I'd be scared of what you can do to me? All you can do at this point is agree to divorce Mark and bow out quietly. Why should I have to listen to what you say? Do you really think I'd let you do this? You can't walk all over me because you think you're better than me. All you're gonna get is a divorce settlement. There's nothing else in the cards for you. You can complain all you want, but you can't do anything else, can you? You can talk it all out with Mark. I don't have to do a thing. I told you I wouldn't let you get away with this. I'm not going to back down. I'd back down if I was you. Don't you know that Mark is now on my side? He's not gonna fight me when he's the one in love with me now. You're old news now. I'm the girl he wants to be with now. He was even talking to me about wanting to start a family with me. He even said he'd make Mom and Dad okay with that. That's not going to happen. Mom and Dad aren't as stupid to agree with what you've done. He's tricking you if you think he's really going to be the perfect husband for you. And why should I believe that? He's in love with me now. He wouldn't lie to me. He may have told you a lie or two, but that was you. He's completely different when he's with me. If that's what you really think, then go ahead and believe him. Don't come crying to me when things don't work out. That's what I was gonna tell you, actually. You're just trying to throw me off so you can try to get back with Mark. But that's not gonna work. He's already fully committed to me now. If you're so upset about it, then why not just admit it? I'm not falling for your lies, Cassie. I may be upset, but I'm not lying. This isn't going to end well for you, Erica. You may have thought you've won, but you'll see later the mistake you've made. So don't complain when things don't work out. Don't come crying to me. Why would I come crying to you? If anything, you'd be the one who's crying. I'm not giving him back, no matter what you say. He's mine now. Go ahead. You can have him all you want now. If he's really that special to you, then he's all yours. Just remember that in the end, I'm gonna be the one who's right about this, not you. You'll come to see that I was the one who knew what was going to happen. Yeah. I hear you loud and clear. You can stop complaining now. It's not going to change anything. I'm going to have a happy married life with Mark from now on, so here's a little something for you. I'll slip the divorce papers through the gap in the door. Now hurry up and take them and disappear somewhere. We're done here. Have a good life, Cassie. I know I sure will. I'm sorry, Cassie. You've got to forgive me. This isn't what I wanted. I didn't think that this would happen. What the heck do you want? After everything you told me a few days ago? What's this all of a sudden? I was just having a little bit of fun, but then the cops showed up. They started asking all these questions and treated me like a criminal. What did you expect was going to happen? The apartment is under my name. That means that I own the place, which means you don't get a say about if you get to live there. It's my call. I'm not going to give you my house just because you said it was yours now. Can you at least call off the police? They don't have to be involved in this. What are you trying to do to your own sister anyway? Mark says he's sorry too, so don't make this into something bigger than it actually is. I thought you said Mark would solve all your problems. Why didn't you ask him to talk to the police if he's such a great guy? Or do you already realize that this isn't gonna work? I've already tried having him explain things to the police. It didn't work at all. Not only that, but I learned that he really wasn't telling me the truth about things. It's about time you learned about that. You'd think with all the confidence you had in him, you'd at least know a few things about him. I guess it was too embarrassing for him to be honest with you, huh? How was I supposed to know that he didn't have a job? You could have tried asking him what he did for a living when you were making him fall for you? Oh, but he must have lied when you asked that, didn't he? Huh? So, that's why the house is under your name. He wasn't going to be paying for it when he doesn't have a job. He may have been employed for some time when we were first married, but ever since 2 years ago, he's been unemployed and just taking care of the house. I've been the one paying for everything for the last while. But why would he have quit? Didn't he work for that big company? He did, but about 2 years ago, he threw in the towel. He said something about not being able to stand his coworkers and that he was overworked. Then one day he just quit out of nowhere. It may have been a stupid move on his part, but I was also working at a good company too. We still had plenty of money to get by. He said he'd take care of the house and cooking if I'd keep providing for him. You're telling me that for the last 2 years you've been making all the money. But he was bragging to me all the time about how much he was making. How could he have paid for our dates when he wasn't working? Just because he didn't work didn't mean he didn't have any money left. He still had some savings left from the time he was still working. Not enough to last him without me around, but enough to spend here and there. I can't believe that you were the one who was making all the money. How much do you even make if you can afford a high-rise apartment? I make around $175,000 a year. It depends on how well the year goes. That's why I've gone out of my way and bought an apartment in New York. I'd be crazy to do that if I wasn't making as much as I am. You make that much, but what do you even do? You've got to be pulling my leg. That's just the power of having your own business. If things go well enough, you can really make a lot of money after things take off. You started your own company. So that's how you've made so much. It wasn't easy, of course. I was worried it'd fail for the first several months. I had to study and work my butt off just to make sure things would work out. I even asked Mom and Dad for advice every now and then. They kept the whole thing a secret from you for me. They knew you'd pester me for money if you knew. But how could they hide something as big as that from me? Do they think I'm a kid or something? That's a good way to put it. They knew how self-centered you've been in the past. They didn't want you causing trouble. I wouldn't have caused trouble. Are you sure about that? What about our childhood then? Whenever I had something you didn't, you'd complain to mom and dad that you wanted one too. Even now, you took my husband just because you were jealous of what you didn't have. But I guess I have to thank you, Erica. Mark wasn't really doing a great job even when he was only in charge of the house. And if he really is fine cheating on me without a second thought, I think this is for the best. I don't need a man like him. He's perfect for you, now that I think about it, so you can have him. I didn't know he wasn't as good as he seemed. If I'd have known he wasn't working anymore, I'd have let you keep him. He doesn't even own the apartment you two were living in. So you can have him back. I'm done with him. I think I'm good. I'd rather you keep him. I even went ahead and turned in the divorce papers that you gave me a few days ago. We're not going to be married for much longer, it seems. So he's all yours, Erica. He's not my husband anymore. Wait, you actually took that divorce paper and turned it in? Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? I'm done being Mark's wife. It was the logical thing to do. But that's a huge problem. What am I supposed to do with him? Is this what you meant when you said that things weren't gonna go how I thought they were? That's crazy. How could you do this to me? I think you're the crazy one. All I did was tell you the truth. I'm not the one who stole someone's husband and tried to take their sister's house. Plus, Mark changed after we were married for a few years. He started acting weird and quit his job. I've been fed up with his erratic behavior for some time now, but he just refuses to go to a doctor with me. What I did was the logical choice. It's been a long time coming. But I thought you were in love with him. Are you gonna tell me now that you never had feelings for him? Oh, is that why I married him? I guess I must have cared about him at some point. But that was before he changed, and that was long before you came along and tried taking him. But aren't you happy with how things turned out? You got him all to yourself now. You can start a family and start a whole new life together. Isn't that what you told me you wanted? To start anew with my amazing husband, Mark. Don't worry, I'm all for you two marrying. That's impossible now. We can't get married when he's jobless. We'd never be able to afford living, let alone starting a family. Then why don't you get a job? I'm sure Mark isn't interested in working anymore. You'll just have to work together to figure out a way to make it work. Good luck with that. Make sure to enjoy each other's company and try your hardest, okay? Because I'll need you to get out of my house. I'm sure the police have told you that much. It is my house, after all. I'm not running a charity here. So can you get out already? I can't leave when I don't have anywhere else to go. This is the only place I have to stay right now. Can't you just let me stay? We can kick out Mark if you agree to let me live with you. It could be like how it was when we were younger. I'd rather not relive that. And why would I have to let you live with me? Aren't you the one who tried to steal my partner just so you could live a lazy life? Not only that, you don't cook, you're a slob, and you don't even have a job. I don't see any positives in having someone like you around my house. I'd rather live with a homeless person off the street than live with you. But we're family. We're supposed to look out for each other. Is that what you were thinking when you tried taking Mark from me? I don't need someone who only uses the term family as an excuse to get out of trouble. You don't even have a family anymore. We've all decided to disown you, Erica. Disown me. Mom and Dad already heard all about what you've been up to. They have no intention of letting someone like you back into their house anytime soon. They said they don't need a daughter who doesn't have any shame. But what did I do to them? Do I really have to explain everything to you? You're a 31-year-old brat who doesn't have a job or help with anything. All you do is take advantage of others so you can do whatever you please. You were even okay ruining the marriage of your own sister so you could marry someone rich. Why wouldn't they disown you after all the stunts you've pulled? But home is the only place I can go home to now. Oh, that's right, isn't it? Well, I guess that's because you don't have a full-time job and we're leeching off of others. And now you won't have anything to leech off of Mark after the divorce. Wait, you aren't really gonna make him pay you, are you? Why would you do this to him? That's how divorce works, doesn't it? I'm not letting him off the hook because he's unemployed. I'm gonna be getting everything that's mine. He won't be bailing you out anytime soon with how the divorce is gonna go. It's what you deserve too. It's only fair you pay after what you've done. But then I'll have no one left to turn to. I won't be able to survive without having someone to rely on. I can't live like that. I'd make plans then. Mark certainly isn't going to be able to take care of you. Maybe you could start by getting an actual job and not working 15 hours a week? An actual job? Like working 40 hours a week? You're going to be needing the money when you don't have a place anymore. It'd be the perfect start for you to start taking more responsibility in your life. Don't start asking me for money either. I'm not giving you anything. You can't be serious right now. You have to be joking, right? It'd be weird for me to start joking out of nowhere, don't you think? You stealing my husband and trying to take my house wasn't a joke either, was it? Look, I didn't mean for this to happen. Things just happened, okay? It's not like I was wanting to hurt you or anything. Don't worry. All you need to do now is get out of my house and take Mark with you. That's what you wanted, isn't it? To be able to have Mark to yourself? You two can figure this whole thing out together. Honestly, now that I think about it, this is the best thing that could have happened to me, so thanks. What? Are you nuts? I stole your husband. How can you say that? I know it's kind of antiquated in this day and age, but when I married Mark, I really meant the vows. You know, to stand by him through sickness and health, for better or worse. But the last few years, it's been very trying. All the visits to the police, he's been hospitalized twice. It's not the kind of thing I had in mind when I got married. Huh? Police? You mean you tried to kick him out before? No. I mean all the times he got caught shoplifting and getting into other trouble. All minor stuff. What? Why didn't you tell me? Why would I? I was trying to support him, help him through whatever was going on. But at this point I have to admit I can't do it. What are you talking about? I'm so confused right now. Mark isn't what he told me at all. He was so sweet and kind to me. I totally fell for it. I had no idea he was such a disaster. I guess you can never really tell what people have going on the inside. People always try to come off better than they actually are. Well, yeah, but still. In a way, we're all kind of messed up. You think you aren't? What you did was impulsive and immoral. That's just the way I am. I get what I want, you know? Well, yeah, that's how you've been since we were little. It may just be that you're a crummy person, or maybe it's a symptom of something. Huh? Oh, you're not even making any sense. What am I supposed to do? What am I gonna do about Mark? And what's wrong with him? I don't even know what's real with him and what's not. Yeah, I know how you feel. But honestly, I don't really feel the need to help you through any of this. You did steal him from me. Maybe you should just take it all in stride and deal with it yourself. That's the thing about acting selfish. Eventually people will just want nothing to do with you. At least give me some hints as to what to do from now. I have no idea what I need to do or what's going on with Mark. Well, long story short, I think he's bipolar, but he won't get treatment. He thinks going to a psychiatrist is demeaning or something. Bipolar? Mark's not crazy. He's totally fine mostly. God, you're such a drama queen. Bipolar is the one that the serial killer has at the end of Law and Order. Yeah, right. Erica, stuff on TV is sensationalized. It's not that uncommon and it's not that extreme usually. I've looked into it. Well, I'll let you know if I find any small animal bones in his closet. I think this is getting blown out of proportion. I just want to know why he lied to me about having a job and stuff, you know? Normal stuff. Look, it's up to you whether or not you look into this, and I'm done trying. So yeah, if you go talk to a doctor, you should take his police records. He's been let off the hook with just a fine so far, but pretty sure he's gonna get into real trouble soon. I know what's going on. I think you're just trying to scare me. You know, it totally makes sense. Mark didn't want to tell me he quit his job. He was probably just worried I wouldn't be interested in him if he told me the truth. He's been telling me about some business ventures he's working on the side. What matters is that he's ambitious and cares about me. You know what, you're right. I'm gonna support Mark. He deserves someone who believes in him. You didn't, and that's probably why he's so stressed out. Okay then, so you're moving out with Mark. Huh? Of course. Well, that's what matters. Good luck with everything. Okay, thanks. What? Nothing, it's just, I guess everything is fine. I just need a place for Mark and me. Yep. So, we're good? Hell no. I'm done with you and I'm done with Mark. I don't want to have anything to do with either of you. Fine. There's no talking to you anyway. I don't even believe some of the stuff you told me. I should go talk to Mark. Yeah, you really should. Bye! Be out of my place in an hour. Don't leave anything behind. Okay, bye.
Cassie, you need to help me. This is bad. This is so bad. Cassie, I need you to answer your phone. I think I killed your sister. Crap, I don't know what to do.
Mark? What the hell happened? What do you mean? Where's Erica? Is she hurt? She's not actually dead, right?
I don't know. She fell down the stairs.
Did you call the ambulance?
Not yet. I mean, she's not moving. It was right outside our place, so I just dragged her into our apartment. I don't think anyone saw me.
Call the ambulance! What are you even saying? Is she breathing?
I don't know. She's not cold or anything.
Check! And call the damn ambulance! Where are you? Just tell me the address now.
1121 Parker Lane, Building 5, Apartment 4C.
Okay, just a sec. I'm calling the ambulance.
Well, wait, don't.
Shut up.
What if she's dead? I don't want to go to jail.
I don't know what happened, but I already have the emergency operator on the phone. So she fell down the stairs.
Yeah, kinda.
What do you mean, kinda?
Well, I kinda shoved her. I didn't mean to hurt her or anything.
You pushed her down the stairs? What were you thinking?
We were fighting again. She keeps nagging me all day and it drives me nuts. I don't even remember doing it. 1 second she was yelling and the next she was just lying there at the bottom of the stairs. Actually, maybe I didn't push her. Maybe she fell.
Are you kidding me? This is crazy. I need to call my parents. Does she have a pulse? You know how to check for a pulse, right?
I think so. Yeah, I can feel a pulse, I think. Oh, I don't know.
Is she breathing? Just put your ear next to her mouth.
Yeah, she's breathing. Yes!
Shut up, you idiot. The ambulance and cops are coming now. Just sit tight and wait for them. I don't think there's anything we can do right now.
This isn't my fault, though. You need to come explain things to the police.
I'm not getting involved in this any more than I have to. I called the ambulance. I'll let my parents know, but that's about it. I don't want any part of this train wreck.
Oh, don't be cold. You're my wife.
Ex-wife. And you're with my sister. Don't forget that. None of that has changed.
What am I supposed to do? I can't go to jail. Even just living in this ghetto apartment is making me feel insane. There's screaming and crying at all hours of the day. No wonder I lost it. I swear, Cassie, there's something weird about this place.
Mark, I've tried to talk to you about this before, and you always shut me down. So I'm only gonna try one last time. You gotta hear me out though, okay?
Okay, I'm desperate. Everything's falling apart, and I don't know why. It's getting worse since I left you.
No, Mark. It was bad before we divorced. It was bad for a while. Remember the first time you got arrested for stealing that charger? I think that's when I realized something was really off. You weren't acting like yourself anymore. There were lots of little things at home too. Like that time you bought 2 snakes out of nowhere.
I already told you stealing little things is a game. I didn't think I would get caught, and the snakes were just really cool.
You wanted to breed the frickin' things.
I thought it was a solid business idea. Snake skins are like $20 each.
Right. And how much did you spend on the snakes and their fancy tank and heating equipment?
Like $3,000? What? It was an investment.
Right. Anyway, that's not my point. All this stuff you do impulsively lately, I think it's a symptom of a bigger problem.
Symptom? So you think I'm sick?
Do you really not remember us talking about this before?
Huh? No, not really.
Really? About your dad and what he was like and how he died?
Oh, that, yeah. My father got depressed and offed himself. Super sad.
No, Mark, I'm serious. He wasn't just depressed. Remember they had him hospitalized once because he was stealing in plain view, then started throwing things and making a huge scene when the cops got involved?
Yeah, he was drunk. That's my pops for you.
No, Mark, he was sober. They tested his blood when he was taken in. There was nothing in his system.
Nothing?
Yeah, I guess you really don't remember. Your mom told me about it. It was a pretty difficult time for your family.
I guess. I just remember fighting with him a lot. That's around the time that I stopped talking to him.
I'll just tell you what your mom told me then. After that incident, your father was taken into a 72-hour psych hold. They diagnosed him with bipolar disorder. He was referred to a psychiatrist and was even told charges against him would be dropped if he sought proper medical help.
Yeah, Mom said something like that, but I thought it was just a strategy to get out of trouble. You know, like a get-out-of-jail card.
You thought that even after he passed? You're still choosing to believe that he wasn't sick?
I hate how people tiptoe around my dad's health. He was a drunk that killed himself. That's it.
I'm not denying either of those things. I'm just saying there may have been a cause behind all that. A cause that relates to you.
Cassie, I'm amazing. I'm talented, good-looking, and I'm not gonna off myself. Is that what you're getting at?
Look, it was too late for your father, but it's not too late for you. Just go to a doctor. Get some treatment.
Treatment for what? I'm fine.
That's not what you said at the beginning of this conversation. Scroll up and read it for yourself.
Right. So what, you're saying I'm bipolar?
Probably. I'm not a doctor, so I can't really diagnose you. But considering your father, the way you've been acting, I've spent hours reading about this, you know? When you quit your job, I knew something was wrong. The Mark I knew would never do that. I tried to let you recover and maybe figure things out on your own, hoping that you would go to a doctor eventually. I watched you screw up, get in trouble, steal money from me. I mean, you were my husband and I wanted to be there for you.
Hold on, I need to find my violin. Could you be more melodramatic?
I'm serious, Mark. You said you'd let me finish, so hear me out.
Fine, it's not like I'm going anywhere. The ambulance isn't here and Erica's still knocked out.
I'll just cut to the chase. You need to go to a doctor, ASAP. You're going to hurt someone else or yourself if you keep going like this. What am I saying? You already hurt someone. I was worried this was going to happen.
Maybe it wasn't me.
Mark, get real. You don't even remember what you did, right? You need to get checked out.
I'm not crazy.
I'm not saying that. But leaving this longer is definitely going to end badly. I've thought and prayed on this for years, Mark. You have to go for help. You need to accept there's something going on. You need to get help.
Well, it didn't work for my dad, did it?
I know. Your mom told me they were still trying to get his meds figured out and he stopped going to his appointments.
So, you see, the doctors didn't even help him. Maybe they even pushed him over the edge.
No, don't think like that. I think it was too late or he needed more supervision.
So now it's my mom's fault?
Mark, it's not anyone's fault. I just want you to think about it. You have the same tendencies as your father. I just think you can learn from his life, not follow in his footsteps.
You know, my dad wasn't a bad guy. He was actually really good to me when I was a kid. He even coached field hockey the whole 4 years I was in high school.
I know, I'm not saying he was a bad guy or a bad father. I'm saying he was sick. If he only got the help he needed on time, maybe things would have been different.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Right, and I'm saying you're in the same boat. You could be back to your old self if you get the right help.
I don't know. I don't think I'm that bad, you know? I mean, no one else thinks I'm crazy.
Maybe you should stop using the word crazy. That's not what I'm saying. Whatever it is, though, it's getting worse. Until you started sleeping with Erica, I spent a lot of time researching how to help you without taking you to the doctor. That's why I took the job in New York. I thought a change would get you motivated again.
Oh man, I didn't know that. I feel kind of bad now.
Kinda? Well, anyway, I guess this is goodbye. I really hope you get some help.
Oh, wait, help me. No one else cared this much about me. When Erica wakes up, she's gonna dump me for sure. I'll be all alone.
Mark, one of the things about this mental problem is that you're gonna push people away until you admit there's a problem. You're the one who has to help yourself.
The police are here. They've just barged in.
Just tell them the truth and don't do anything stupid. Stay calm.
Oh, come help me.
The emergency medics and police will help you. Bye, Mark. Good luck.
Hey, sis. You're really not coming to visit me? I am in the hospital, you know.
Hey, yeah, I know. I'm the one that called the ambulance, remember? But no, I'm not coming to visit you. I heard Mom and Dad went, though.
Yeah, they popped in with some donuts and an ultimatum. Ditch Mark and move in with them or never talk to them again.
Right, and what's your decision? Are you seriously considering choosing Mark over your family?
I don't know. Why are you even talking to me about this? I thought you don't love me anymore.
Ugh, don't say stupid crap like that. Don't get me wrong, we're not going to be besties or anything. Still keeping my distance from you.
Boo.
But I'm glad you're not dead.
Thanks, sis. I guess that's better than nothing.
Mom and Dad are worried about you too. Tell me the truth. Has something like this happened before with Mark?
Not really, kinda. He got bad once and threw a plate at my face. It hit the side of my head.
Did you go to the hospital?
No, it was just the side of my head, and it was only bleeding a little bit. He apologized for it. It's not like he does that sort of thing regularly.
Well, I'm gonna do the same thing I did to Mark. One last heart-to-heart before I detach myself from this situation.
Hey, I'm listening.
I was married to the guy. I know his charms and I know his shortcomings, but he was never violent towards me. He's getting worse, Erica. The thing with you was my breaking point, so I let him go. But this is getting way worse than I could have imagined. He's going to hurt you or himself. You need to get out while you can.
Actually, I've been thinking the same. I mean, I really love him, but he keeps saying maybe I fell down the stairs. At first I thought he was trying to get me to lie for him, but I think he's serious.
Yeah, he sounded totally out of it when he texted me for help. He told me he killed you, then dragged the body into your apartment. Where is he, by the way? Did he get released from custody?
Actually, he told the police the same thing he told you. That he dragged the body and was trying to figure out how to get rid of it, so he's still in custody as far as I know.
Oh god. Well, maybe that's for the best. He did push you down the stairs, right? I never got the full story.
We were just heading out to go to a friend's house and we were arguing a little. Next thing I know, he swung at me with his bike lock chain and hit the back of my head. I woke up in the ambulance with a giant gash on my head and a couple broken bones. My entire back scratched up because he dragged me up 2 flights of stairs.
Oh man, so you are leaving him, right?
I already told you I'm done with him. I really don't know why I put up with it for so long.
He's a good person with a lot of problems. That's how I've been thinking about it. You can't save them. They have to save themselves.
I guess you're right. So, is that your last sisterly advice to me? You don't want to have anything to do with me anymore?
At the moment, that's how I feel, yes.
Okay.
Look, I have too much stuff in my life to deal with you and Mark and drama that's not mine. My new job is super rewarding, but I need to study a lot to keep up.
Well, I'm moving back in with Mom and Dad for a while, which means I'll be there at Christmas. You think maybe we can start making up then?
Maybe. Let's talk then. Hope you get back on track with everything.
Thanks. Take care.
You too. Bye. That was about 6 months ago, and I'm finally feeling like I've settled down in my new life. My job is going well, and I'm enjoying my free time visiting New York's many destinations, from major tourist destinations to local cafes. There's just so much to see. Mark didn't end up going to jail, but is on parole for 3 years and has mandatory counseling and is now on meds. Honestly, that's probably the best thing that could have happened at this point. Erica is now working at a clothing boutique in her hometown and seems to be enjoying working. After everything that happened, working 8-hour days seems to be the least of her problems. She said she doesn't count it as work because she gets paid to talk to people and help them choose clothes. It's 2 weeks till Christmas, and I'm cautiously optimistic that things are going to be much better for all of us next year. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content.
Mark, is it true that your parents are just some meager elderly farmers who live in the countryside? How could you not tell me about that? Did you deceive me? Why didn't you tell me? I can't believe you kept that from me.
What? Leah, what are you suddenly talking about? Where did you hear that?
I'm asking you a question. Just answer my question without any lies. Are your parents really poor farmers living in a corner of the countryside? I'm asking you. Just answer my question. All you have to do is just tell me what your parents really do and what your actual background is. That is all I want to know.
It's true that my parents are farmers, but our family isn't poor. We live comfortably without any hardships. I mean, I guess we've never gone on a vacation to another country, but we did travel a lot within the US. And besides, I don't like the phrase poor corner of the countryside. Just because they don't live in the suburbs doesn't mean they're poor.
You don't like me calling them poor? Really? I can't believe this. How do you think I feel about it? Are you really the son of a poor, working-class farmer? When we met, you dressed well, wore luxury watches, and had a riz of someone from a wealthy family. And that was the biggest reason why I met you, because you looked and dressed rich. But now you tell me that you're from the countryside? But now you're saying your parents live in the countryside and literally dig dirt. Like, literally. Did you trick me into getting engaged to you even when your whole family is a dirt poor peasant? Was that your plan all along? Why did you lie about something that's eventually going to be found out? I mean, how can you call this anything other than deception?
Leah, I never deceived you or tricked you. You never asked me about my background. I never asked you of your background. We never really brought up that topic. You can't say that I lied about it just because we never talked about it. What was I supposed to do? Hand out brochures that I'm a farmer's family to everyone I meet? Would that have been better?
Oh, that would have been much better. It would have saved all this trouble. You lying bastard!
Are you serious? I never lied to you, Leah.
Oh, sure you didn't. I'm pretty sure that topic was brought up, but you didn't answer me directly. I'm sure of it.
We never talked about it, Leah. We really didn't.
Can you swear that you didn't? Do you remember what you told me a long time ago? Didn't you say that your parents were doing business in the countryside? So naturally, I thought they were running a cafe, condo, or a brisket barbecue restaurant or something like that. You know, an actual business. But that was not the case. It turns out that business was farming. Are you kidding me? Farming isn't a business. It's just labor.
How did you even find out? What did you do? Did someone tell you?
I only found out about it by chance when I was chatting with Anna and when she told me about your parents farming.
How did that even come up? Why did she even bring that up in the first place?
Do you think that's important right now? If Anna hadn't told me, I would have been fooled and almost married into a poor, miserable farmer's family. My life would have been over. A wife of a farmer's son? Who would even dream of that?
Isn't your language a bit harsh? Aren't you being a little too nasty about it? Don't insult people who farm in the countryside. They put in a lot of effort and sweat to grow crops, and they are truly remarkable people who work without luxuries like air conditioning. Have you ever considered how much effort it takes to grow just one cabbage? Besides, there is no reason for my parents to be subjected to such humiliation from you.
I thought you came from an elite background with rich parents because you graduated from an Ivy League school and work for a famous private company.
I naturally assumed they'd be doing well in their business. But what? Your parents are doing farm work, carrying cow dung and touching chicken poop every day? And you expect me to live in that smelly house? Don't joke with me! I can't believe it. My pride won't allow me to marry into such a family. Even if someone puts a knife to my neck, I can't marry into a house like that. Do it over my dead body. Even after I die, my soul will run away from that pitiful house.
I am warning you, don't you talk about my parents like that. They are amazing people that you couldn't even begin to comprehend. If you keep talking like that, I'm just not gonna put up with that. You're gonna have to pay for it.
Oh my god, now have a look at you. You have a mama's boy side and a patriarchal side too. What kind of sick combination is that? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna hit me or something? I didn't know I was with such a terrible man. Let's just call off the engagement. I can't be with a liar like you, even if you're good looking and have a high salary. I thought I was marrying into a wealthy family, but it turns out it was just a rags to riches story. I don't want to be a part of that. It's like I'll be sucked into it and disappear.
Call off the wedding? Are you serious? For what? Didn't we decide to get married because we liked each other and that we were attracted to each other? We're getting married because we wanted to, so why do my parents have to be involved? What do they have to do with this in the first place? And why are you calling me rags to riches? Are you really that superficial?
You still believe in that fairy tale of getting married out of pure love? Do I look like a fairy tale princess to you? Are you serious right now? We're both in our early 30s, and we got together based on each other's family background and financial stability, not just because we liked each other. You talk like you're some kind of a virgin high school boy. Grow up, Mark. This is the real world. We're adults who consider things like finances and life plans before making such a big decision as marriage.
Oh, so that's it. You didn't even like me and just went for me because of my money. Did you only care about money and nothing else? Not even an ounce of emotions?
How many times do I have to tell you? Isn't that obvious? Don't make me repeat myself. Life is all about planning. Everything was all planned out since the beginning. I planned my studies and got into a prestigious university. I planned my job search and landed a job at a big company. I planned how I would approach to catch a big time like you. Do you know how much effort I put in to catch someone popular with women like you, with your good looks and friendly personality? You wouldn't believe I almost literally had to fight my way up there, but it was all for nothing.
What? Ooh, wait, hold up. Everything was planned out. I can't believe what I'm hearing. So, all the times I worked my ass off, taking on big projects, and you helped me with all your might, it wasn't genuine? It was just a strategy to win my heart? Not a single thing came from your heart? Are you serious?
You're just realizing that now. How did you even graduate from college with that brain power? Did you really think that I would just stop all that I was doing and help you? You know how much I value my work. And that's what you thought all this time? That's ridiculous. How could I have gotten to where I am now if I just neglected my work for a man? I appreciate you seeing me as an angel, but I'm sorry. I'm not that devoted of a woman.
Then who did all of your work? You could never have helped me out and finished all your work. That's impossible.
I made Anna do it. Are you happy with the answer now? By the way, you should have seen her spending all day stealing glances at you. She's so creepy. I don't even know how she gets her work done when all she spends her time doing is trying to get one look at you.
Anna? That Anna? You pushed all that work to Anna? All this time?
Oh, are you worried for her now? Did you not notice that Anna had a really big crush on you and only had eyes for you? You really don't know anything. How can you be so clueless?
Really? I talk to Anna all the time, but I never knew. She never made it obvious.
Yeah, well, you know. Come to think of it, doesn't this make me a really nice girl? Anna had a crush on you, but she never had the courage to tell you her feelings. So, here I am being the messenger for you. I'm letting you know how she feels about you. If it weren't for me, you would have never known. By the way, I told Anna everything I asked her to do was for you, so she did it all without any complaints. She's quite sweet, actually.
Seems like it's not something that should come out of your mouth, don't you think? You used Anna's true feelings to make her do things for you, and packaged it as if you did it all yourself. Is that how you got to where you are at work right now? With such deceit and lie? And you even offended me and manipulated my emotions. I never thought you were this kind of woman, Leah. It feels like I've been hit hard in the back of my head. But still, I'm grateful that you showed your true colors before we got married. So, let's forget about the marriage, and I hope we can work together in the company without any unnecessary collisions in the future.
Oh, look who's talking. Don't give me any attention or talk to me unless it's work-related. Don't make the office atmosphere awkward for no reason, and keep an appropriate distance as coworkers. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't want to be involved with you in any way. Did I make myself clear?
Oh, don't you worry, Leah. It will be very hard to find me from now on. I'm a 32-year-old man. I've been in a relationship with Leah at work for the past 2 years, and we recently got engaged. I was attracted to Leah's active and playful personality, and had been dreaming of a future with her, thinking it would be okay to marry her. However, one day I was suddenly dumped by Leah for the reason that I came from a rural farming family. She thought farming was insignificant and looked down on farmers. I couldn't stand her snobbish and materialistic attitude, especially her disrespecting my parents like that. Her ridiculous attitude left me greatly disappointed, and I ultimately decided to end our 2-year relationship. After a year had passed, she contacted me again. In fact, I had totally forgotten about her for the past year.
Honey, is it true that you're marrying Anna? That can't be true, right?
What? Honey? It's been so long since we broke up and you're still calling me honey? Well, Miss Leah Cohen, I don't like that title. Can you just call me by my full name, like you used to at work?
That's not the point here. The fact is that you sent out invitations stating that you're marrying Anna. Are you really marrying Anna? How could you do this to me?
How did you even hear that? You have a thing for knowing something, you know? I suppose you know that too.
It's all over the company, but that's not important. Tell me right now.
What's all this fuss about? Is it because I didn't give you the invitation? Are you asking me to give you an invitation to my wedding? I intentionally didn't invite you because I thought you would be uncomfortable. But now you're making a big deal out of it? What did I even do wrong?
Why Anna of all people? Why that woman out of everyone else? Don't you think about my pride? How could you marry that woman?
How can you be so immature? Grow up. Just because you can't marry me doesn't mean others can't marry me either. What does it matter to you who I marry? You broke up with me because I'm from a rural family, remember? Oh, but actually, I should thank you for me marrying Anna, shouldn't I? You told me that Anna had liked me for a long time. But to be honest, I also had a really good impression of Anna because she seemed kind, sincere, and innocent. If you hadn't aggressively pursued me 2 years ago, I might have dated Anna and not you.
What? You're saying you were interested in another woman while dating me? Are you trying to dress it up nicely and say you were two-timing me? You're really cheap. Were you always that kind of person?
Do you think everyone in the world is just like you? Just because you do something doesn't mean everyone else does. The world isn't as rotten as you are.
What? I'm not rotten. I'm just like every other normal person in the world.
Yeah, you can say that as much as you want, but that doesn't mean that there aren't nice and honest people like Anna. You remember the new guy in the department next to ours? You were seeing him right before you met me, right? I know you were having some kind of relationship with him, a one-night stand or whatever it was. But then you found me, the so-called big fish, and used all sorts of tricks to win my heart, and you ended up dumping that new guy.
How did you find out about that? Where did you hear about it?
You bragged to Anna every day about what you did with that new hire. No one wanted to talk to you because of your difficult and selfish personality. So you held on to kind Anna and talked about everything you did, right? I feel quite sorry for Anna having to put up with you.
Did that crazy woman tell you all that? Anna pretended to be such a nice girl, but she was actually talking behind my back?
You're not the one to talk. You pretended to be gentle from the beginning and not telling me that you're a materialistic person. You should have handed me a brochure, don't you think?
What? You're such a loser. You don't even know how to behave properly despite being from the streets. And I heard you're having a wedding in that luxurious hotel. Do you even know how expensive that hotel is, and yet you're trying to act like you belong there? Did you take out a huge loan just to impress others? You're gonna have to pay the loan back for the rest of your life. Having a wedding in a hotel is something that only the wealthy do, not like you, a commoner who will just gawk at them.
It's childish to act like my parents' money is mine, but my parents own land in the countryside worth over $5 million. That should at least make us upper middle class, if not wealthy, don't you think? I think that's enough to have a wedding at that hotel.
What did you just say? $5 million worth of land. You mean just the land?
I told you, didn't I? I told you back then that my parents do business in the countryside. There are more than 50 employees working at my parents' business, and the various vegetables that they have grown with their effort and sweat are being supplied to large marts nationwide. For my parents, who have devoted their lives to the land, farming is not just about money, but the meaning and value of life. You may find it difficult to understand that even after 1,000 years. Have you ever sat down on plain dirt before? How can a snobbish woman like you ever understand that value?
So, it was true that your hometown was involved in the business. If you told me that from the beginning, we wouldn't have had to break up. Why didn't you tell me properly?
I clearly told you that they run a business. You should remember. But you were the one who suggested breaking up, even pretending not to have heard me. It's not right to come at me like this now.
Generally, when people say they farm in the countryside, it's natural to assume they're poor. How could I have known that your parents were running such a large business? It's not too late now. Break up with Anna and marry me. We were supposed to get married in the first place.
Are you kidding me? Are you in the right mind? Are you so obsessed with money that your brain has gone crazy? You say that even after seeing my wedding invitation? Oh, I really have nothing to say.
You haven't even entered the wedding venue yet. You can just change the bride's name from Anna to Leia. It's really that simple, isn't it? Not rocket science. You were originally my man. Have you already forgotten that? I'm just taking back my man from her. What's wrong with that?
No, you're just eyeing my parents' money. Don't do anything despicable anymore. It's starting to get disgusting.
Do you think Anna is any different? All she wants from you is money, just like me. All women are the same. You're fooled by their false pretenses. Just break up with Anna and come back to me. You wouldn't regret it. You know how I am in bed.
You know nothing about Anna. From the very beginning, she knew nothing about my house. She thought my parents' business was just an ordinary farm, small scale, just selling stuff like every Saturday on the farmer's market. Nevertheless, Anna willingly offered to go and meet my parents. And she said if we get married, she would bring my hardworking parents to our place and live together. She is on a different level from those who only care about money and social status.
Are you talking about me? Did you really just talk crap about me when I'm right in front of you? You think you can talk to me like that just because you can afford to have a wedding at that fancy hotel? You really think that? Do you really not care about how your ex-girlfriend feels after breaking up with you? So you just care about you and that Anna, do you? Is that what you're saying? Are you that egocentric and selfish?
I am so sorry for not being attentive enough to the point of understanding my ex-girlfriend's feelings after breaking up over a year ago. How terrible of me to do that. Oh, I feel so terrible now. Sorry that I'm only interested in the woman who will become my wife, and I have no interest in women who are materialistic and have a well-planned life.
What? You can't talk to me like that.
Oh, don't even think about bothering or harassing Anna later on. After her wedding and training the new employee, she's planning to quit her job right away.
What? She's going to marry into a rich family and become a housewife and live comfortably? Usually people call that kind of person a materialistic person. Wake up! You're being fooled by her.
That's all you can think of with that brain of yours, huh? Your imagination only works like that. She's quitting her job to help with my parents' farming work.
What? No way. How long do you think that'll last? A week? A month?
Yeah, at least she's offering to help, unlike someone. I think I've said everything I need to say, so I'm gonna block you. Oh, and one last thing I'll ask of you. Don't even think about coming to our wedding. If you come, you'll only embarrass yourself and be kicked out. After all that, I got married to Anna just as planned. Anna and I are currently living as a weekend couple as she helps my parents with their farm work in the countryside. But surprisingly, our love and trust are growing deeper. I also plan to eventually quit my job and return to my hometown to take my parents' business. On the other hand, my ex-fiancée, due to her selfish personality, is struggling in a lonely and difficult job without anyone on her side at the company. She didn't really have many friends before, but rumors about her being a complete hag on me spread quickly and everyone just avoids her. I heard rumors that Leah frequently goes on blind dates, but I've never heard any news of her getting married. Well, it's unlikely that a woman who doesn't know how to sincerely treat someone's heart could have true love. I guess I feel a little bad for her as one human being to another to have been brought up in that kind of upbringing and environment. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
My mom is feeling really terrible right now. She says her throat hurts so much that she can't even drink water.
It sounds like it must be the flu in that case. She wouldn't be in that much discomfort if it was just a regular cold.
Well, she went to see the doctor and they told her it was just a cold. I guess even a cold can be quite taxing on the body once you get old.
Aw, bless her. It must be hard for her. Is she taking any medicine for it?
Yeah, she is, but it doesn't really seem to be having much effect.
I'll go over and see her this evening and make sure she eats something nice and soothing for her throat. Obviously, I'll cook for your dad as well. How about we both go and have dinner with them tonight after work?
Sounds like a good idea. I'll give my mom a call and let her know that we're coming over.
I'll be able to get off work an hour early today. So tell your mom to just relax for the rest of the afternoon and I'll take care of everything for her. Actually, don't worry. I'll call her.
Okay then. I guess I'll see you later after I get off work.
Yep. See you later. Oh, by the way, would you be able to pick up some vitamins and some of those yogurt drinks with the active bacteria in them?
Yeah, I guess I can. What do you want those for, though?
I thought they would be good things to get to help your mom have a speedy recovery. It also wouldn't hurt to get some for your dad as well. It's important to make sure they stay healthy at their age.
You're so thoughtful, honey. Thank you for always going out of your way to take care of my parents. Maybe we should get some for ourselves as well.
That's not a bad idea. It's always good to be conscious of your health regardless of your age. Joanna, what happened? Is Dad okay? How come he had to be rushed to the hospital?
Apparently, he has some kind of cardiovascular disease and we had no idea. They're running a bunch of tests on him right now.
A cardiovascular disease? But that doesn't make any sense. He exercises every single day and is always going out of his way to look after his health. I'd even go as far as to say that he's even healthier than we are.
Even so, no matter how healthy you are, you can't stop your body from aging. And don't forget that he's been going out to work early in the mornings in this bitter cold. Apparently, he just couldn't breathe all of a sudden and had to be taken away in an ambulance.
Is it really serious? Are you at the hospital right now?
Yeah, I'm here with Mom. She can't stop crying, bless her. Brett says that he will be here as soon as he can get off of work. Will you be able to come as well?
I'll come as soon as I finish work. Make sure to look after Mom, okay?
Okay. Try not to hurry too much and send me a message when you finish work.
I will. See you soon.
Your dad has been taken to hospital.
Yeah, so I'm going to head to the hospital to see him as soon as I finish work. The rest of my family are all there already. I'm so worried about him. I really hope that this doesn't turn out to be something really serious.
Well, there's no point in worrying about it if you're not even sure what's wrong with him yet, is there? Excuse me? Well, it's not like he's had to be rushed into surgery or anything like that, is it? You can just call your brother and ask him to keep you updated, can't you? I don't see why you need to go to the hospital in person when your mom and both your siblings are there anyway. I was hoping you'd be a little more supportive of me. I can't believe how dismissive you're being about this whole thing. Did you think that I would find this attitude comforting? Well, what's the point in comforting you when we don't even know if there's anything worth getting upset about? I'm just telling you how I see the situation. And anyway, I told you not to worry. Surely that should be comforting enough for you. If you're going to go around worrying needlessly anyway, then there's no point in trying to comfort you.
You always get really weird whenever my dad gets brought up. Do you have some kind of problem with him? What has my dad ever done to you?
What are you talking about? I don't have any kind of problem with your dad. I just think that there's no need for you to go to the hospital today. You can just go at the weekend, can't you? Even if you do go today, there's nothing you'll be able to do to help him, so what's even the point? It's Friday already, so it's not like you have to wait long until the weekend anyway. And besides, what about my dinner?
Is that really important right now? I can't believe that you're selfish enough to worry about something like that at a time like this. You can never take any kind of illness too lightly when it comes to older people. What if I decide not to go today and his condition becomes critical overnight? I'd never forgive myself. And besides, you're old enough to be able to cook your own dinner, aren't you?
I just don't see what the big deal is about you having to be there tonight.
I just explained the situation to you. Which part do you still not understand?
I just find it kind of weird how your family thinks there's a need for all of you to be there when there's nothing that you can do to help him. It's kind of funny to think about you all standing there idly together in the hospital waiting room.
How could you say something like that? I don't see what's so strange about family wanting to come together in times of crisis. You're the one who's been making a huge fuss about your mom having a cold anyway.
Well, I'm only going to look after her because I have the time. If I was busy, I wouldn't be going out of my way. What I'm saying is, I don't understand why you need to drop everything and rush to see your dad in the hospital right now. I also don't understand why you're getting so mad at me.
Well, I guess you wouldn't understand. But unlike you and your family, my family and I are not robots. It's a completely normal reaction to want to rush to the hospital upon finding out that a close family member is seriously ill.
I don't know why you're painting me out to be the bad guy when you're the one raising your voice at me and making a fuss.
How is Dad doing? Is everything okay?
He's had a stent procedure done, and they've said that there's nothing too much to worry about for now.
For now? What does that mean? Does that mean that there could still be some complications in the future?
The doctor said that he can't guarantee anything, and that we have to be prepared that there is still a possibility that he could take a turn for the worse.
And how about Mom? Is she holding up okay?
Mom cried so much that she passed out, and the hospital staff have had to put her on an IV drip.
I can't believe that this is happening. Dad is the nicest guy in the whole world. He doesn't deserve for something like this to happen to him.
I really wouldn't worry too much, Clarissa. I'm sure he's going to be discharged in no time.
I still think that he should stay in the hospital for a little longer if there's a risk of his condition possibly getting worse. I'd feel more at ease if there were medical staff constantly on hand to tend to him. Mom is going to have to go back to work, and the thought of Dad being at home alone in such a fragile state is really worrying.
He'll still be in the hospital for a little while longer, so I'll make sure to stay with him whenever Mom can't be there.
But how are you going to be able to do that when you have to work?
It's fine. I feel like it's my duty as the oldest son. I'm sure Dad will feel more comfortable having another man around to look after him as well.
But is your company going to be able to function without you? You are the boss, after all.
It's fine. I've already entrusted one of my managers with taking over whilst I'm gone.
I'll make sure to come and visit at the weekends.
But don't you have plans with your in-laws next weekend, Clarissa?
Oh, right. I had completely forgotten all about that. It's just dinner, though, so I'm sure they won't mind if I don't show up.
It's fine. I'm sure you don't want to let them down, right? Me and Brett will be there for Dad, so don't worry and just go ahead with your plans.
But Dad is way more important to me than honoring some dinner plans I made with my in-laws.
I'm sure I don't need to tell you that your in-laws are difficult types, and the fuss they would make about you not being there is probably not worth it. Yeah, your in-laws really are a force to be reckoned with. Mom and Dad have also been saying that they wish you got on better with your mother-in-law, so I'm sure it would make them happy to know that you're making an effort. I'm sure that Dad would be more uncomfortable knowing that you canceled plans with them to come and visit him. Fine, I guess I'll go to dinner with my in-laws next weekend. But you guys better tell me straight away if anything happens with Dad, okay? Yeah, of course we will. Don't worry. I guess you should hurry and get back to the hospital then. I'm sure Dad must be wondering where you are by now.
I heard that your dad had been taken to the hospital, Clarissa.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I told them about it. My mom called asking for you when you went to visit him in the hospital the first time, so I told her where you were.
Oh, really?
It was an acute myocardial infarction, right? You really need to be careful with your health at our age. Make sure he eats a healthy, balanced diet once he gets out of hospital.
Yes, of course. Making sure that he stays healthy is going to be a top priority.
At our age, you really do have to be worrying about your health all the time. I feel like your dad must have been a little irresponsible when it came to taking care of himself, and that's why he ended up in the hospital.
Acute myocardial infarction is something that can happen to anyone over a certain age, you know. It has nothing to do with whether you're looking after your health or not.
Well, I'm not sure I believe that. I don't know how anyone could contract such a terrible disease just like that. I'm sure he must have been leading some kind of unhealthy lifestyle. He must have been eating too many unhealthy foods or not doing enough exercise.
Why would you say something like that, Sylvia? Just keep your opinions to yourself and eat your dinner.
Well, I don't think I've said anything out of turn. I'm just relieved that his bad genes aren't going to be polluting our grandchildren's blood.
Excuse me?
Well, your dad isn't your real dad, is he? He's your stepdad, so of course his genes aren't going to be passed down to our kids.
Well, of course I know that. There's no need to be stating the obvious. And my dad really doesn't like it when people start making a fuss about him not being my real dad. As far as I'm concerned, he's the only father figure I've ever known, so he is my real dad. I really don't appreciate it when you try to make out like my relationship with my dad is nothing because we're not related by blood.
Is this your roundabout way of telling me to shut up? Because I don't appreciate that. I think you should hurry up and apologize to my mom.
Why should I apologize to her? I think that she's the one who should be apologizing to me.
I really wish you had taken her family background into better consideration before you married her, Greg. I've never liked the fact that her mother was a divorcee who got remarried. Marriage is sacred and should be for life. If I'm honest, I don't approve of the fact that you were raised by a man who isn't even your real father. And your lack of decent upbringing shows. Look how rude you're being to my face right now. Your parents should have taught you to respect your elders.
I really think you should stop talking now, dear. You're the one who is making a big deal out of this at the dinner table. And all Clarissa has done is react to your antagonistic behavior. If I'd known you were going to be like this, I would have just canceled dinner and let the poor kids spend the evening in peace.
Well, I don't know why you're getting angry at me. Did you not hear this insolent girl telling me I owe her an apology when I've clearly done nothing wrong? How can you sit there and criticize me when you can see how blatantly she's been disrespecting me? Just hurry up and apologize to my mom, honey. Can't you just throw away your pride for a second for the sake of keeping peace at the dinner table? I'm sorry, Mom, Dad. Clarissa is going through a hard time at the moment, so she's lasting out when she doesn't mean it. I'll apologize on her behalf.
Why are you apologizing on my behalf when there's nothing for me to apologize for? If I'd known this is what I'd be subjected to at this dinner, I would have just canceled and gone and spent some time with my dad at the hospital. What a waste of precious time I could have been using to help my siblings look after him.
Oh, so eating dinner with us is a waste of your time now, is it? I feel like we barely spend any time with you two these days. I feel very insulted that you think that we're not even worth spending a couple of hours with. Is it really that hard to just sit down and have a nice dinner together?
Yes, it is quite hard, actually. Because you make it hard. I wanted to go and visit my dad in hospital this weekend, but I decided to honor the fact that we had made dinner plans with you in advance instead. But seeing how you've decided to treat me, I really regret my decision. If you're just going to insult me and my family, I don't really want to have dinner with you again, to be honest, Sylvia.
I was willing to defend you at first, Clarissa, but I do admit that you have behaved a little out of line. You need to respect the fact that your mother-in-law is a senior family member, and you shouldn't talk to her like this.
Well, I still maintain that I haven't done anything wrong.
Excuse me?
I always drop everything and come running if either one of you has so much as caught a cold. But apparently it's bad for me to want to go and spend some time with my own dad when he's in the hospital. And instead of expressing concern for my dad's health, you sit here and insult him instead. I don't know why I need to sit here and listen to this kind of abuse from you. I really can't take this anymore.
Where do you think you're going?
I don't see why I need to be here when none of you are enjoying my company.
Have you lost your mind? Hurry up and sit down.
Let go of me! I'm going to the hospital to spend time with my dad. I'm going to stay overnight, so don't expect me home until tomorrow night. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your meal.
Would you look at this?
This is the product of an improper upbringing.
What's this? What have you spent such a huge amount of money on?
Hey! What are you doing looking over my shoulder like that? What I do with my money is my business.
We're a married couple. It's my business too. Are you investing in something without telling me?
Of course not. This is my contribution towards my dad's medical bills.
What?
Well, obviously my siblings and I were going to be the ones to cover it. My mom can't afford it, and between the three of us, we were able to scrape together enough.
I really don't see why that's your responsibility.
What do you mean by that?
I just don't understand why you feel so obligated to pay for this.
I don't care whether you understand or not. At the end of the day, this is none of your business.
I don't know why your stepdad has such a hold over you. Have your entire family been hypnotized by him or something?
Excuse me?
He's not your real dad. You don't owe him anything. You really shouldn't be spending this much money on his medical bills. I really think it's a bit much of him to be relying on you and your siblings to pay for this. If anything, his wife who chose to bring him into the family should be paying. Not you guys who never asked to have any kind of connection to him.
Why are you harping on about this again? So what if he's my stepdad? Who do you think you are to go around belittling my relationship with him?
I'm just sharing my opinion as your husband. As a married couple, our finances are shared property, and I don't appreciate you spending such a huge amount of money on paying the medical bills of someone you're not even related to.
He's been in my life since I was 5 years old. Even though we may not be related by blood, both of my siblings and I love him as if he were our real dad, as he was the one who stepped up and raised us when our real dad wasn't around. He's the best dad I could ever have asked for, and it really hurts me to hear you insult him like that. I think you owe me an apology.
I think you need to come to your senses. He's clearly just using you to get you to fork out money for him. How do you know he's not going to just take the money you give him and run off without paying his medical bills?
The person who needs to come to their senses in this situation is you, not me. Even though we haven't been married for very long, I would pay your medical bills for you without a second thought if you had been hospitalized. So surely it's also natural for me to want to pay towards my dad's medical bills, as he's been the father figure in my life for the last 30 years.
But he's not your dad. He's just your stepdad. If he was your real dad, I wouldn't think it was weird.
He might as well be my real dad. I've lived with him for basically my entire life and can barely remember my life before he was in it.
No matter how long you've lived together, that doesn't change the fact that you're not related by blood. I don't know why you're getting so upset about this.
I don't get why you keep saying that things would be different if we were related by blood. My biological father has never once acted like a real father to me. But according to your logic, if he were to randomly show up and ask me to pay for his medical bills, that would be okay. But paying the medical bills of the man who was loved and cared for me as if I were his own daughter for the last 30 years is not okay?
I'm just saying the blood is thicker than water.
You know what? After listening to your arguments, I guess you're right.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you're finally seeing some sense. This is why you need someone sensible like me around to help you see things objectively.
Yes, you're right. My dad and I may not be related by blood, but he's done so much for me over the last 30 years. So I shouldn't just be paying for his medical bills. I should also pay him back for feeding me, clothing me, and paying for my tuition.
Wait, No, that's not what I wanted you to take away from this conversation. You're just trying to pick a fight with me at this point.
If you're not going to help me calculate exactly how much I owe my dad, will you do me a favor and shut your mouth for 5 seconds? It's very important that I remember every single expense he's ever covered for me. So I don't want you interrupting me so I lose count.
Are you kidding me right now?
I'm just doing what you told me to do. You went out of your way to make the point that my dad and I aren't related by blood, and I'm accepting that and realizing that it's my responsibility to recognize that he raised me when he was not obligated to, and that I should rightly pay him back for that.
Things like food, clothes, and tuition fees are different to medical bills. As a parent, it's your duty to pay for those kinds of things.
As a parent? Are you contradicting yourself now? You just very clearly stated that you don't think my dad qualifies as a real parent because he and I are not blood related. Why has your opinion suddenly changed?
Whatever I say, I'm obviously not going to get my point across to you, so I can't be bothered talking to you anymore. If you want to waste your money on someone who isn't even your real parent, go ahead. Be my guest.
Oh, also, I think that you and I should start managing our finances completely separately from now on.
What are you talking about?
Well, you and I are not related by blood either, are we? According to your logic, we shouldn't be wasting our money on each other when we could be spending it on our real families.
All right, I see what you're doing here. It's not funny, so you can stop now.
Stop what, exactly? Threatening to not spend any of my money on you? Now that this affects you personally, whether my dad is my biological father or not doesn't seem that important anymore, does it? The idea of me just spending my money on my side of the family annoys you, doesn't it?
Whatever. There's no use in talking to you if you're just going to be like this.
My mom divorced my biological father when I was 2 years old, and we never saw him again. She got remarried to my stepdad, who I consider my real dad, when I was 5. He always treated me and my siblings as if we were his real children, and we lived a happy family life together. He was always trying his best to provide us with the best life possible, and we are eternally grateful to him for that. I have always thought that the unconditional love and support that he has consistently shown us demonstrates how it really doesn't matter whether someone is blood related to you or not. If you consider them your family, then they are your family. My husband and my in-laws seemed to respect my relationship with my dad, so I was really shocked and upset to find that they actually harbored a lot of negative feelings towards him, considering my relationship with him less meaningful than a relationship between blood-related family members, and even looking down on my mom for getting remarried. I had no idea they felt so strongly about this, and their sudden change in behavior since my dad was hospitalized has really upset and disappointed me. My husband and I haven't really been talking since we had a big fight about this issue. Thankfully, I'm not so weak-willed as to give in to his ridiculous demands, and I stood my ground about helping my siblings pay for my dad's medical bills. My dad is slowly getting better, and is starting to look hopeful that he will make a full recovery. To be honest, I am not sure if I can ever see my husband in the same light after this, and I am seriously considering filing for divorce. I can't forgive him for the things he and his parents said to me about my dad, and I want to make them pay. Little did I know that karma would catch up to my husband quicker than I expected. What have you gone and done to yourself this time?
Is that all you can say to me after seeing me in the hospital in a neck brace? I'm in a lot of pain, you know.
How on earth did you end up like this?
I was just walking down the street, minding my own business, and then some construction workers working on some scaffolding above me dropped some kind of building material, and it hit me on the head and knocked me out cold.
You really have the worst luck, don't you? I doubt there are many people in this world who can say they were knocked out in the street by a random piece of falling construction material. But anyway, why did you have to call me just because of this? I'm busy with work, you know.
Aren't you at least a tiny bit worried that your husband is in a neck brace at the hospital?
Why would I be worried? You seem to be completely fine. If you really had been seriously injured, I would have been contacted by the hospital. But I wasn't, was I? So why did you have to go ahead and call me when it's obvious that it's only a minor injury?
You could at least just ask me if I'm okay or something. I'm not asking for much. Oh, ouch, my neck.
If they didn't have to operate on you, it's obviously not that much of a big deal. Stop overreacting.
Are you happy now you've gotten me to leave work to come and waste my time here with you? There was obviously no need for me to come in the first place, so I'm heading back now.
You mean you're just going to leave me here all by myself?
You're not a child. You're clearly capable of looking after yourself. And besides, you and I aren't related by blood, so why would I be the one you called to the hospital? You should have called your parents instead.
Are you still upset about the whole thing about your dad? Why do you have to be so petty? Whatever. If you're really heartless enough to not want to take care of me, just pay the medical bill and go. I also need to get the medical certificate so I can file the insurance.
And what makes you think that I'm going to pay for your treatment?
Because you're my legal next of kin.
Well, we're not related by blood, so I guess the next of kin status doesn't really mean anything, does it? I'm just following your logic here and trying to respect your strong beliefs that people who are not blood related to one another have no obligation to pay each other's medical bills.
Will you just stop this already?
Why would I stop now when I'm having so much fun with this? And you've obviously received your divine punishment for being such an awful person with such skewed views about the world. I think it's actually quite fitting that you were involved in such a pathetic accident. It suits you.
Is my injury a laughing matter to you?
Sorry, but it kind of is. I have no intention of paying your medical bills after you got yourself into such a ridiculous accident. Take it up with the construction company and threaten to sue them for negligence or something. I'm sure you'll be able to get them to cover your fees.
Well, the truth is that I actually wasn't hit by anything. I thought something was going to fall on me, so I tried to avoid it, but I ended up falling over and getting hurt in the process.
Wait, so you're saying that you essentially did this to yourself? That makes the situation even funnier.
Well, that's what happened.
You're so ridiculous that I don't even know what to say to you. Oh, by the way, where are your family? Why aren't they rushing to your side after hearing that you had to go to the hospital?
My parents said they're on their way right now. How about you wait around for a few minutes and say hi to them before you go back to work?
And why should I do that?
Can you just stop being so childish for 5 minutes?
I guess your family are just as silly as mine, rushing to the hospital to gather around you even though there's nothing they can really do to help you.
I don't think you understand the severity of my injuries. I almost broke my neck, you know. I could have died. When your dad was in the hospital, it wasn't really that serious, was it?
Are you a doctor? What do you know? Please just shut your mouth before I go ahead and turn that almost broken neck into a completely broken neck.
Are you crazy? Why would you say something like that to an invalid?
Oh, I've been meaning to ask. What are you doing here at the General Hospital?
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's obvious that you should be in the mental hospital instead.
I really don't have the energy for this. Just hurry up and go back to work already.
Gladly. Oh, how long are you going to have to stay in the hospital for?
Why? Are you going to come and visit me again?
No, I'm just hoping that you'll have to stay for a while.
Whatever. Just leave me alone already.
Don't forget to let me know how long I can enjoy my freedom without you for.
Are you busy right now?
Yes, I am actually.
Well, however busy you might be, I don't think it's right that you haven't so much as stuck your head round the door to see how your husband is doing when he's in the hospital.
Well, he never came with me to visit my dad when he was in the hospital, so why should I go and visit him?
Excuse me?
Oh, and didn't he tell you? He doesn't expect me to go and visit him because according to him, people who are not related by blood shouldn't bother going to visit each other in the hospital. He also thinks that we should keep our finances separately and basically barely be involved in each other's lives.
Well, that's crazy. You two are a married couple. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, we are legally married, but apparently that doesn't mean anything to him. Don't worry, Sylvia. I haven't gone as far as to divorce him yet.
Will you stop this nonsense and just go and visit Greg in the hospital already? My husband is busy too, but he's managed to find the time to go and visit him whenever he can. So why won't you?
Well, I may be his next of kin in name, but since I'm not a blood relation, I'm sure he wouldn't want me wasting the time he could be spending with his real family. Oh, by the way, do you know how long he's going to be in the hospital for?
The doctor said at least 3 months. But why are you asking me that? Shouldn't you know already?
Seriously? I'm going to get the house all to myself for 3 whole months? After spending the last few days at home without him, I've realized how much I prefer it that way.
Are you saying that you hope my son doesn't get better anytime soon?
He's your son, not mine. So what does it matter to me? Isn't it ridiculous that he's ended up in the hospital for 3 months because of a stupid fall that could have easily been avoided? He's basically done it to himself. He must have inherited his lack of sense and awareness from you.
I'm sorry. I really can't help but laugh.
This is just too funny.
You've clearly lost your mind. Even if you don't want to come and visit him in the hospital, you still need to pay his medical bills.
Oh, did he not tell you about that either? When my dad was hospitalized, he made it quite clear that people shouldn't pay medical bills for anyone who isn't related to them by blood. So we decided that we would only use our money on our real family from now on.
What nonsense! You should be the one paying his medical bills. This is legal next of kin.
Why should I? According to Greg, you and your husband should be the ones paying, since you're his 100% blood-related real parents.
I really can't deal with you. Are you trying to kill me by causing me constant stress like this?
Oh, of course not. I'm just trying my best to honor the promises I made to Greg and to make sure to uphold his values. So in accordance with that, I'd really appreciate it if you didn't contact me about the issue anymore. I haven't got anything else left to say to you.
Hey! I'm not done talking to you! I can't believe my poor son ended up married to such an awful woman. She's going to be the death of me!
Why have you been discharged from the hospital already? Your mom said you were going to be in there for at least 3 months.
Well, the doctor said I've recovered faster than they expected and that I was ready to return to normal life.
Well, they still should have kept you in there a little longer just to be doubly sure. Ugh, now my freedom is gone again.
I just got discharged from the hospital and this is all you can say to me?
There you go again, picking fights.
You didn't come and see me in the hospital once, and you didn't pay a cent towards my treatment. And you were even rude to my mom when she went out of her way to try and talk to you. What is wrong with you?
Well, what have you ever done for me and my family, huh? You can't demand that I treat you and your family well when you treated mine like trash.
No matter how upset you may be, I really don't see how you can justify not even making a contribution towards paying my medical bills. What do you want from me? An apology? Fine, I'll apologize. I'm sorry, I was wrong. Are you happy now? Let's just stop this nonsense now, okay?
Yes, you're right. Let's put an end to everything.
Do you mean that?
I don't want to spend another second living under the same roof as someone selfish like you who only cares about yourself and your own family's problems.
Wait, so are you saying that you want to get a divorce?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I really don't think that an issue like this is grounds for divorce. If everyone got divorced over things like this, then there would be no married couples left in the world. And I've barely recovered from my injuries. How can you drop something as heavy as divorce on me less than 5 minutes after I walk through the door?
I really don't care how injured you are. If you really don't want to get divorced, I need you to write me a written vow.
What do you mean by that?
I want to have down in writing that you will personally cover any expenses regarding your family without involving me. And that if you take it out of our communal living expenses fund, you'll have to pay back 10 times as much as you took out.
That's absolutely crazy. There's no way I'll agree to that.
It's really not that hard. I don't know why you're making such a fuss over this. Are you sure that it was your neck that got hurt and not your head? Because that little brain of yours seems to be struggling to function.
Well, at my parents' age, the chances of them getting sick are quite high. So I probably will have to cover a fair amount of medical bills for them in the near future. I really don't think it's fair to ask me to cover that entirely from my personal expenses when we have a significant amount of money pooled. How about we just talk about this a little more and try to come to a better solution?
We had a chance to talk this out when my dad was hospitalized, but you messed up your chance by sticking to your ridiculous stance about blood relations. That ship has long sailed. Oh, and I also want you to agree to cover 100% of your parents' funeral costs when it comes to it.
I think you're going way too far here.
Well, if you're not happy with my conditions, we can just go ahead and get divorced. I really don't have anything to lose if I divorce you, you know. My husband always loved it when I went all out to please his parents, but when my dad was hospitalized, he effectively treated him like a stranger and told me I was wasting my money by paying his medical bills. I tried letting my husband and in-laws know how I felt about the unfair way they treated me and my dad, but nothing I said would get through to them. I tried to change methods, and yes, I was a little petty about it, but that still didn't seem to work. So I decided to step things up a notch and threaten him with divorce if he wouldn't sign a legal document stating that we would each take personal financial responsibility for our respective families. I still felt as if I had done nothing wrong in this situation, so I continued living in our house and going to and from work as normal, while still being cold towards my husband. He must have not been able to take it anymore, because he decided to move back in with his parents after a while, which I was really grateful for. My in-laws kept blowing up my phone asking me how I could do this to someone recovering from a serious injury, but I just kept ignoring them. My mother-in-law kept saying that she cursed the day her poor baby boy laid eyes on me and called me all kinds of names. As for my father-in-law, I'm pretty sure even though he's not happy with me, he's probably not making life easy for my husband whilst he's living with them. The day that my husband tries to come crawling back, I'm planning on serving him with divorce papers and getting out of this hellish situation. Clyde? Clyde, are you okay?
He's fine. Can you see he's sleeping? I definitely didn't expect to see you here today. Why did you even bother to come?
Be quiet if you don't want to wake him up. So basically what you're saying is that if you heard that one of my parents had collapsed, you wouldn't come and see them in the hospital. Am I right? After all, you never came to see my dad when he was in the hospital last time.
You're one to talk. You never came to visit me once while I was in the hospital, so I don't get why you're showing up to visit my dad now.
You're clearly fine then, so I really didn't feel the need to be there. But after hearing that your dad had suddenly collapsed at his age, I was so worried that I dropped everything and came as soon as I could. I was on my way to work and I didn't even have time to tell them I'd be late because of a family emergency. So I had better give them a call now.
What's going on here?
What do you mean?
You showing up to be by my dad's bedside and being all worried about him is making me look like a piece of trash for not having done the same for your dad.
You don't look like a piece of trash. You are a piece of trash. In fact, I feel like that isn't a bad enough insult to describe someone like you.
She's right, son. You are a piece of trash. Clarissa, I'm so sorry that I raised my son so terribly. Will you ever be able to forgive me?
Oh, Clyde, you're awake. I'm so sorry that you had to hear me cursing out your son when you're not feeling well.
Well, even though it's not nice to hear, you didn't say anything that wasn't true. Dad! Oh, shut up. I don't feel like listening to whatever you have to say. Look at Clarissa. She's still really upset with you, but she still dropped everything to come and see me after finding out I'd been taken to the hospital. We all should have treated you better, Clarissa. I think this is probably my punishment for being so terrible towards you.
Oh, no, Clyde. Don't say that.
Thank you for coming today, Clarissa. It really means a lot to me. I'll try and be the best father-in-law you could ever ask for from now on. I think that these two will also agree that they were wrong and they need to start treating you better. I'm so embarrassed when I think about how rude we were to you, and how my stubborn son has put you through so much over the last few months.
It's all water under the bridge. The main thing is that you're feeling better now, Clyde. That's the best gift I could ever ask for. But thank you for your kind words all the same.
Well, I don't really have much to add to that. Thank you for coming, I guess. Anyway, you must be busy, so you should get going.
I will. You must have had the shock of your life this morning, Sylvia. Make sure you get lots of rest as well. Do you not have anything to say to me, Greg?
Are you expecting me to say something?
So, has nothing changed? Or do you now understand that I got married to you and not to your parents? And even if they have realized the error of their ways, it doesn't really mean much if you can't still see that you were in the wrong.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry. I admit that I was wrong. Let's go and see your dad together after my dad is discharged from the hospital. I owe him an apology as well.
Do you really mean that? I guess that doesn't really matter. Even if you don't mean it from the bottom of your heart, the most important thing is that you respect my dad and can be polite towards him when necessary. If you agree to treat my parents well, then I'll promise to treat your parents even better. So let's all be nice to each other and act as one big family, shall we? Let's not draw a definitive line between your parents and mine. How does that sound?
That sounds good. I really am sorry. I'll try my best to be a better husband from now on.
As much as I wanted to hate her, Clarissa is right. We should all try our best to get along with each other. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hey, big sis. Hello? Carolyn? It's Chelsea. It's been a long time.
Huh? Chelsea, how did you get my contact information? I blocked you, changed my number, and got a new phone.
I heard it from someone. And speaking of that, changing your phone number without telling me, don't you think that's pretty rude? I'm your beloved little sister, and I'm the only sister you have.
What? Who's my beloved little sister? It's certainly not you. I would never use your name and any form of the word love in the same sentence. As far as I'm concerned, I don't have a sister.
Huh? But why not? That's so mean.
It's mean? Do you not remember what you did to me? 4 years ago, you stole my fiancé from me.
Oh, are you still angry about that? How long are you gonna hold a grudge? That was years ago. Get over it. Besides, I already said I was sorry. Just let it go. It's all water under the bridge now.
What are you talking about? You stole him from me right before our wedding day. I can never forgive you for that. Do you have any idea how much trouble you caused me? The wedding had to be called off. It caused problems for everyone involved. And I worked at the same company as him, so everyone heard about what happened. I was so embarrassed, and everyone was talking about me behind my back. I had to quit and find a new job. There were so many things I had to suffer through because of you.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
Quit screwing around. You knew damn well. I never wanted to see your face again, so I blocked you from contacting me. And I moved away, hoping that would cut all ties to you. But you still managed to message me again. In case you didn't know, I hate you.
Huh? I already apologized. And you still won't forgive me? It sounds like you're the bad person here. Besides, it wasn't my fault. Andre was the one who made the first move on me. So don't you think it's a little unreasonable to blame all this on me?
You were the one flirting with him from the beginning. You knew he was my fiancé. And you did nothing but flirt with him since the day I introduced him to everyone.
Oh, whatever. It's all in the past now. I didn't message you about that. I messaged you because I have big news for you.
You didn't think stealing my fiancé was going to come up when you messaged me? I can't believe you. Anyway, what is it?
I got married. We signed the marriage certificate just the other day.
Oh, that's nice.
Come on. It deserves a bigger reaction than that. You should be a little happier for your sister.
Huh? Why should I be happy? I've told you, you're not my sister anymore, so I don't care.
Do whatever you want. That's cold. I went through all this trouble to contact you because I wanted to invite you to our wedding. Do you know how difficult it was to get your number? You want to invite me to your wedding? I thought you said you got married the other day. We eloped the other day, but we're having a wedding ceremony anyway, so our family can celebrate with us. Look, I don't care. Just leave me out of this. Who are you marrying anyway? Andre? Fine. Have a nice life. Huh? No. I'm not marrying Andre. I broke up with your old fiancé long ago. It was great stealing him from you, but it turns out he didn't have much money. I had no intentions of staying with him forever. I just had my fun and tossed him away when I was finished. The person I married is a different person. Oh, is that so? Well, good. Do whatever you like. So, like I said, we're having a wedding ceremony, so I want to send you an invitation. Tell me your address. What? No way. I told you I want nothing to do with you ever again. Do you not know what that means? Why would you say that to me? Oh, I get it. You're just jealous of me. What? Because your little sister is getting married before you. You're jealous. Oh, too bad for you. Your fiancé dumped you and ran away for a younger woman. Your little sister. It's so sad. And then I didn't even keep him. So it turns out he could have been yours after all. I'm sorry. I hate you. But I'm not jealous. I found out what kind of man Andre really was. I don't want to marry any man that would dump me for you. I should be happy you showed me what a piece of crap he was. That sounds exactly like what a loser would say. Anyway, I hope you're looking forward to my wedding ceremony. Maybe I'll introduce you to a good man when you come, so you won't have to be alone forever. No, thanks. I'm not going. Don't say that. Just come. I have a big surprise waiting for you at the wedding. You'll be so surprised. Make sure you're there. You won't want to miss this. Hello? Carolyn, why haven't you replied to my wedding invitation yet? I know you got it. Mom and Dad are also ignoring me. Why? What do you mean, why? It's obvious. Mom and Dad stopped talking to you too after what you did to me with Andre. And why did you send the invitation to my office? I didn't even open it. I just put it in the paper shredder. What? Why would you do that? I took the time to write it out for you. Stop being so persistent with this. Grow up. I don't want anything to do with you ever again. Are you sure about that? 'Cause I'm sure you're gonna be the one contacting me pretty soon. What do you mean? Why would I be contacting you soon? I told you already, because I have a surprise for you. I'll give you a little spoiler. Roger Bennett. Have you heard of him? Huh? How would you know that person's name? Well, I heard that Roger is your new fiancé, isn't he? You're gonna be married soon. Oh, I can't wait for the wedding to give you the surprise. I'll just tell you now. I'm sorry. I guess it looks like I took your fiancé again. Surprise.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Huh? You still don't get it? You were dumped by your fiancé again. Have you heard from Roger recently?
No, I haven't, and I haven't contacted him either. So, you...
Can you guess who I'm with right now? Do you give up? I'm with your fiancé. I can't believe it took you this long to figure it out. You're so stupid.
No, you're not. Actually, today is my wedding day.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I mean exactly what I said. Today is my wedding day. I'm getting married today. My fiancé, I mean my husband, is here with me right now. In fact, the wedding is over. We're married. The reception is going to be starting soon.
What? Today was your wedding day? That's not possible. Roger is with me right now, and he's married to me.
I don't know where you got your information, but you've got it all wrong. Roger Bennett was never my fiancé.
Huh?
The person I was engaged to and now married to is Travis Ward. We work together in the same company.
But that's a lie. You're just saying that because you're so upset I stole your fiancé again. That's why you're making up this story, just to make yourself feel better.
No, it's the truth. That guy was never my fiancé. We never even dated.
But Roger said he was your fiancé. He told me so. He was also the one who gave me your contact information. He knows a lot of your personal information. If he's not your boyfriend or lover, this is pretty strange.
Roger Bennett? Do you know how I know him? That creep used to stalk me. He's a stalker.
What? A stalker?
About 3 years ago, some coworkers and I went out for drinks. One of my coworkers invited him to come along. He seemed like a nice guy, and I was a little drunk, so I gave him my phone number. That's it. And instantly, he got super clingy and super creepy. Even though we had never dated, he started telling everyone I was his girlfriend. And he kept calling me on my cell phone, and then even calling me at work, asking me to go out with him. I turned him down every time because it was creepy. But then he found out my address, and it got really bad. He was one of our company's good clients, so I didn't want to call the cops on him.
Huh? What? What are you saying?
The person that finally put a stop to it was my boyfriend at the time. My husband now, Travis. I can't believe after all this time, Roger is still telling people I'm his fiancé?
No, hold on. What does this mean?
Basically, it sounds like he's been telling everyone I'm his fiancé, and you were tricked by it. I've never had a relationship with him. He's nothing more than a creepy, disgusting woman stalker. So, you definitely didn't steal my fiancé.
What? Is this even possible? This is horrible. I thought I got you again. I wanted to see your shocked and horrified face again. This isn't what I wanted.
That's the whole reason you tried to steal my fiancé from me again?
Of course. The look on your face when I stole Andre from you was priceless. I wish I had a camera. I wanted to see you make that face again.
You're a horrible person. You know that, right?
Just knowing we have the same blood in our veins makes me sick to my stomach. Oh, whatever. Roger works at a better company than yours. He probably makes really good money, so I'm glad I married him. What? Are you crazy? He's unemployed, isn't he? What? He works for one of your company's clients, right? No. That Roger guy, he's not just creepy, he's delusional. I think he's a pathological liar. I told you I didn't call the cops when he came to my house. Travis scared him off back then, but recently he came back, and things escalated quickly. He came into my office one day demanding to see me. He didn't have an appointment, so reception wouldn't let him in, and he went into a rage. He started breaking everything around the reception desk. Luckily, you need to scan your ID card to get into the office area, so he couldn't get past reception, but he destroyed the whole reception area. And when security came to escort him out, he assaulted the security guards and even tried to stab one with a pen. So the police were called. To make a long story short, he got arrested and his company fired him when we told them what happened. That just happened recently, too. I wondered why he came back after not bothering me for so long. It must have been because he met you, and you were asking him so many things about me. It must have sparked something inside him again. Anyway, I'm pretty sure he's still unemployed. I can't imagine him getting another job so quickly, especially since he wouldn't get a reference from his old company, and he wouldn't pass a background check. What? That's impossible. Well, I can't be sure, but I at least haven't heard that he's found a new job. He probably just lied to you to get you to marry him. The guy's not just creepy, he's got a criminal record now. He's not someone I'd ever want to be around. Huh? Then what am I supposed to do? We're already married. And we've already planned our wedding ceremony and sent out invitations. I can't call it off now. I'll never get my deposits back. Oh, well, that's too bad. You married an unemployed stalker with a violent criminal record. He was hard enough to get rid of when I wasn't even dating him. I'd hate to see how he acts with someone he is married to. I doubt you could run away from him if you tried. Stop it! Don't say that! I don't want to be married to a person like that. How come you didn't tell me this before? How was I supposed to tell you? I had no idea you were marrying. You just told me now. Whatever, it's got nothing to do with me. No, wait! You have to help me. Are you just going to abandon me like this? Your little sister is in trouble. She needs your help. No. Remember, I don't have a sister. I wouldn't even be acquaintances with a person like you. So I don't know you at all. Besides, think of the plus sides to all this. He'll probably never cheat on you, and he'll probably never leave you. Because he's a stalker. He's a terrible person, just like you. You're made for each other. Don't say that. Please, help me. I'm sorry for everything I've done. Please, help me. I think this is what's called karma, so deal with it yourself. Besides, my wedding reception is about to start. I have to go have a great time with the people I love. Goodbye. I wish you all the best. I immediately blocked Chelsea's number, and I had a fantastic time at my wedding reception. My parents were there along with all my friends and family, all the people I love. It was the best night of my life. I know if anything ever happens, I can count on my husband, Travis, and my family, so I'm happy. After my wedding, I heard Chelsea pressed Roger for some answers. Apparently, he wasn't just fired, he was forced to pay back all the damages to our company's building himself. On top of that, that incident wasn't the only one he had had. Roger was in a lot of debt due to other things in his past. And now that he was married to Chelsea, it became her debt too. I hear she's trying to get a divorce, but Roger isn't making it easy for her. And I'm not sure if she'll ever get away from him. She's been sending me letters and calling my parents nonstop, begging for help. But since we cut all ties to her years ago, we're just ignoring her. Because of some hatred she has for me that nobody understands, she went and married a guy like this. She's so stupid, isn't she? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time.